Okay, good morning, everybody. I was reading in the Book of Mormon, the seventh chapter of Helaman, verse 17. In that particular verse, Nephi says, God has forsaken you. And that particular verse, well, it doesn't resonate with me, right? I was like, wow, does God, I view God as being loving, right? That he doesn't forsake people. And yet here it is in the scripture. And I'm like, okay, is this true? Is God forsaking them? And what's going on? And so I bring out ChatGPT and I'm asking ChatGPT questions, and essentially what I learn is that yes, it's true, but it's a rhetorical device. It's a statement from the Nephite point of view of what's going on, and it has definite covenantal awareness and consequence. So immediately after asking that question, which a Nephite would probably say, yeah, God's forsaken us. I mean, the government's corrupt, everybody is focused on money, and, there's just a lot of rottenness going on. God, why have you forsaken us? Might be a Nephite question. And then Nephi himself, the prophet, begins to walk them back and explain, why God has forsaken them, and ultimately it comes down to the fact of the matter is the Nephites focused their attention on riches, and they forsook God first, and they broke their covenant to remember Him. And I think that's very important. And it becomes a rhetorical device and a device for learning because, well, if we reflect on it, what if he had said, you have forsaken God? Well, then the defensive walls come up, and they would probably say, oh, yeah, well, we start arguing over that. When in reality, from their perspective, God forsook them, and then he walks back and he mirrors for them what has actually happened. And it's a device that actually gets used in Scripture quite frequently. Anyway, it was important to me because, in my experience, God doesn't forsake people. And now I'm understanding a little bit better the devices, the rhetorical devices that happen in Scripture. Anyway, just thought I would share that because ultimately you see that not only in the Book of Mormon, but in the Old Testament, New Testament. It's really kind of interesting how prophets speak from the viewpoint of the person being spoken to. Okay, I'm out.